Arthritis, that's for old people, right? Well, wrong. Maya Castro's here to talk to us about it. Maya, how old are you? 8 now?
9.
9. What grade are you in?
4th grade.
Well, it's so good to have you here to talk about arthritis, something that, unfortunately, you've become kind of an expert on, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we brought another expert in, too, Dr. Tzielan Lee from Stanford Pediatric Rheumatology, who first diagnosed you with arthritis. Welcome.
Thank you for having me.
So tell us what happened that day.
I first met Maya when she was not even a year old. And she actually came to us after being seen by quite a few other doctors.
At a year, that's got to be hard to figure out what's wrong with her.
Yeah. She had a lot of symptoms and not typical for arthritis. So I think that's why she had presented to other specialists as well. She had seen the gastroenterologists, which are the stomach doctors. She had seen growth doctors just because of her symptoms of not growing well and being in pain.
She's growing well now.
Absolutely.
Tell us about that. What happens? It's so interesting to me. An older person gets arthritis, you deal with the pain, essentially, I think. Now, that's my layman's view of it. A younger person, you have many more avenues to follow, don't you?
So arthritis in kids are a little bit different. I think for the most part, older age arthritis, there's 2 different types. There's the osteoarthritis, which is the one where you have wear and tear, and many people get it when they get older. And then there's another type, which is more like the juvenile arthritis, that's rheumatoid arthritis, which is an autoimmune disease, and that's what happens in kids, because obviously kids don't get wear and tear because they have brand new joints. So with autoimmune disease, what happens is that your immune system is the part of your body that helps fight infections and help keep you healthy. It somehow gets a little bit out of control and starts to probably act too much and cause some basically reactions in the body to attack your own body.
Really?
Yeah, and that's what is happening with arthritis in kids and other diseases too, but in kids. So what's happening with Maya is that her immune system is overactive and it's attacking her joints.
So even though it's called arthritis, it's very different from something like osteoarthritis.
Correct.
Okay.
It's arthritis because the joints are affected.
The interesting thing to me about that is its treatability and the fact that you can make great strides, whereas with an older person's arthritis, you've got arthritis, that's it. Exactly.
Because what's happening is because the immune system is overactive, our treatments are actually to basically turn down the volume of the immune system and decrease the immune system from causing all this to happen. And so we have special medicines to do that.
Okay. And there's special attention to be paid by us as citizens. We'll get to that with Maya's dad in just a little while. But right now I want to talk to Maya. First of all, you've got a cute little stuffy with you. That's what I would call them. That's what my kids call them, stuffies. What do you call that little toy?
Her name is Limix, and I've had him since Easter, when I was like a little baby. And also, I've got a little baby doll too, but she didn't really want to come. She thought it was scary.
The baby doll didn't want to come?
Yeah.
Okay, you couldn't talk her into it, huh? And her name again?
Limix.
Okay, very, very, very cute. Does that toy give you comfort? I mean, it's not a toy to you, is it? It's more of a personality, something that's a part of you.
Yeah.
Your number one friend?
The best friend.
Oh. And you've had this thing called arthritis since you were a little baby. What's it like living with that?
Well, sometimes I have to go to the school nurse because I hurt, and other times I can sort of bear it. And then when I get home, I tell my mom or my dad, and then they'll give me like some pain medicine. But then in the night, I'll have to wake up and yell at my mom, like, "Mom, I hurt."
Oh.
And when she doesn't hear me, my sister wakes up, and she's like, "What, what?" And then she says, "Mom, I hurt."
Oh.
And then she's like, "Oh, okay, she hurts. Oh, I'll get some medicine."
Oh, it's a family adventure almost, huh?
Mm-hmm.
It's a family problem, I guess, and you're all dealing with it. How are you feeling today?
Pretty good.
You know, you talk about Mom bringing you medicine and the doctor, too. Has your treatment improved the way you feel over time? Are you feeling better than, say, you used to feel?
Yes.
That's wonderful. So you participated in an arthritis event, huh? You're getting active with maybe trying to help find cures and ways to fund research for other kids with arthritis as well as yourself, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah? What did you do?
My dad, he started a team, and my cousins and my grandparents, they went to their works and helped raise money for the arthritis team, and then they donated the money to the arthritis walk.
That's great. That money goes to research, which may someday ultimately cure your arthritis, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Maya's in remission now, or?
Well, she was in remission for quite a few years, and then recently did have a flare, and we have her back on medicines, and she's doing much better. So we're still she's still on medications and still having some symptoms, as she was telling you.
Well, how's that work? Is it something that she's going to deal with her entire life?
Well, you can't cure arthritis at this point, like you had just mentioned. So what we do is try and get them into remission, which means no medicines and no symptoms. And that's our goal. And kids can be in remission for many, many years. So we never say they're cured 100%.
Right. Well, as a doctor in this field, how is this field for you?
It's a wonderful field. I absolutely love rheumatology. I think it's an amazing time in rheumatology because there are so many new medicines that are coming out in the last 10 years that have revolutionized treatment for these kids. And I really enjoy the continuity of it. I've known Maya since she was not even a year, and and she's grown up in front of me, and I think that's an amazing experience to have, to be a part of.
Along with the medicine, what else do you do for kids who have arthritis? There must be some support going on, too.
We do. There's physical therapy, so they work with physical therapists to keep their range of motion and exercising, which is very important. And we also through the Arthritis Foundation, we do provide a lot of other support groups. So there's Arthritis Camp that kids can go to and meet other kids with arthritis and realize that they're not the only people with that, and support groups for the families as well.
Yeah, family. I want to bring Dad into this, too. Maya has a really strong spirit, and I think I know at least part of where she got it from, because Dad has been talking to me and talking to me and talking to me for weeks and weeks and weeks to get himself in here to talk about this, and for more reasons than to make people aware of the fact that, over 300,000 children in the United States are living with juvenile arthritis. So, RJ, let's move that microphone over to you. RJ, tell us about your experience as a dad.
Well, it's not an easy discussion. I think as a father, this is our my wife and our first daughter together, and all you want is a child that's going to be healthy, happy, and to live strong. And Maya was doing that, but then suddenly, as Dr. Lee had mentioned, at about the age of 12 months, she stopped thriving, and that just, as a parent, it breaks your heart. It's difficult to watch her go through the pain and have to go as a young child, sit and go through lab, somebody pricking her for blood and doing all these just different tests over and over again, and then not to find anything. But when we found out what it was, we have an actual path that we can take and try to help her, at least, if not cure it, at least subside the pain to a degree that it's manageable so that she can do things as a regular child.
Live with it.
And to live with it to a degree that it's bearable, she can try to be a normal child.
Well, you used the word thrive. That's what you wanted to do.
You want to be able to, you want every person to thrive, to be their best. And
but especially your own children.
Especially your own children.
Well, I'm glad you're here to talk to us, Maya, and you, RJ, and you too, Dr.